जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यामुनतीरावनचारि। यामुनतीरावनचारि। जय राधा माधवा कुंजा बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंजा बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यामुनतीरावनचारि। यामुनतीरावनचारि। जय राधा माधवा कुंजा बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंजा बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यामुनतीरावनचारि। यामुनतीरावनचारि। जय राधा माधवा कुंजा बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा। तथा गौर प्रमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद जैसी भक्त वेदांत सांशुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद श्री भक्त सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। आनंद कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नमाचार्य हरदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त बंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगमय यमुनमाई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories, all glories, all glories. Shri Guru and Gauranga. Gopal ki jai. भूतरे श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी राम नमस्ते सारस्वत देवे गौरवाणी के प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारण. Thank you all for joining. Reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse number 35. This is a Purushottam. No, this is a universal form. Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga, also called, where Lord Krishna is showed his amazing, wonderful, universal form to Arjuna. Special form which he has shown to multiple people, Yasodamai 2 times, and Duryodhana and party in the Kurukshetra, before Kurukshetra war, and also he has shown it to Uttanka. And then Lord Krishna, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, showed it to Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. So there are multiple instances of showing this Viswarupa, but different variations are there. So what Arjuna is seeing and Sanjaya is seeing and demigods seeing this particular universal form which Lord Krishna displayed to Arjuna on the battlefield is unique in its own perspective. So in that chapter, we are in 35. This is I think, fourth section of this chapter. There are 5 sections. We are in the fourth section where Arjuna's prayers. This is starting from this 30, I think, 35 to all the way to 46. So let's read the 35 to 40 verses, then we'll try to understand. Sanjay Vacha एतत् श्रुत्वा वचनं केशवस्य कृताञ्जलेर्वेपमानकिरीटी नमस्कृत्वा भूय एवाह कृष्णम् सा गद्गदम् भीता प्रणम्य. Beautifully, Sanjay is submitting, Sanjay is revealing what is going through Arjuna's heart and mind. Repeated obeisances 3 times. You'll see, we are seeing this verse. Sanjay Vacha Etat Shrutva Vachanam Kesavasya Kritanjaler Vepamana Kiriti Namaskritva Bhuya Krishnam Sa Gadgadam Vita Pranamya. One more time. Sanjay Vacha एतत् श्रुत्वा वचनं केशवस्य कृताञ्जलेर्वेपमानक्रीटी नमस्कृत्वा भूय एवाह कृष्णं सा गद्गदं भीत प्रणम्य. Word to word transliteration. Sanjay Vacha. Sanjay said, Etat, thus, Srutva, hearing, Vachanam, the speech, Kesavasya of Krishna, Kritanjali, with folded hand, first time. Vepamana, trembling, Kiriti, Arjuna, Namaskritva, second time, offering obeisances, Bhuya, again, Eva also, Aha, said, Krishnam, unto Krishna, Sa Gadgadam, with a faltering voice, Bita, fearful, Pranamya, third time, offering obeisances. So repeated obeisances. This will only happen when one is engrossed too much and deeply intoxicated by love, or in the same love but has a fear, so fearfulness, by seeing that most wonderful form of the Lord. So because Lord has a primary rasa and secondary rasa. In the secondary rasa, this fear is also there. But one could be materially afraid. In this case, this is more of a, in a devotional mode, he has come to this kind of ecstatic stage, faltering voice, Gadgadam. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands. Again and again, he fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. Please repeat. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. Verse number 36. Arjuna Vacha Sthane Rishikesh Tava Prakirtya Jagat Praharshayati Anurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Diso Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. Beautiful verse. Arjuna Vacha Sthane Rishikesh Tava Prakirtya Jagat Praharshayati Anurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Diso Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. Arjuna Vacha Sthane Rishikesh Tava Prakirtya Jagat Praharshayati Anurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Diso Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. Word to word. Arjuna Vacha, Arjuna said, Sthane rightly, Rishika Isha, O master of all senses, Tava, your Prakirtya, by the glories, Jagat, the entire world, Praharshayati is rejoicing. The second line is important, significant in this particular section. Anurajyateja is becoming attached. What happens to devotees and what happens to the opposite party, demons. First two lines describing the devotees, and then the last two lines, the third line is describing what happens to the demons when Lord, anything about the Lord, what happens to the, how they react has been described. Anurajyate is becoming attached. Cha and Rakshamsi, the demons, Bhitani, out of fear. Disya, in all directions. Dravanti, are fleeing. Sarve, all. Namasyanti, are offering respects. Cha, also. Siddha Sangha, the perfect human beings. Translation by Sri Prabhupada, as we were reading yesterday, the Banasur, as we are continuing to read in the Krishna book, Banasur chapter. When Lord Krishna started fighting, everybody fled in fear. Even Banasur himself had to run. So all his soldiers, obviously associates and everybody ran, fled. No one could fight. Translation by Sri Prabhupada. Arjuna said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. This is the key instruction in this particular section. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Please repeat. Arjuna said, O master of the senses, that is Rishikesh, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Verse number 37. Beautiful verses. This is Arjuna's prayers, seeing the wonderful form of the Viswarupa of Lord Krishna. Kasmachate nanameran mahatman gariyase brahmanopi adi kartre अनन्तदेवेश जगन्निवास त्वम् अक्षरम् सदसत्तत्परम् यत् कस्माच्च तेन नमेरन्महात्मन् गरीयसे ब्रह्मणोऽपि आदिकर्त्रे अनन्तदेवेश जगन्निवास त्वम् अक्षरम् सदसत्तत्परम् यत् कस्माच्च ते न मेरन् महात्मन् गरीयसे ब्रह्मणो अपि आदिकर्त्रे अनन्तदेवेश जगन्निवास त्वम् अक्षरम् सदसत् तत्परम् यत् word to word. Tasmat, why? Cha, also, te unto you, na, not, nameram, they should offer proper obeisances. Mahatman, O great one, Gariyase, who are better, Brahmana than Brahma, Lord Brahma. Api, although, Adikatre, to the Supreme Creator, Ananta, O unlimited. Deva Isha, O God of the gods. Jagat Nivasa, O refugee of the universe. Tvam, you are. Aksharam, imperishable, Sat Asat, to cause and effect, Tat Param, transcendental, Yat, because. Translation by Shipopad. O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisance unto you? O limitless one, God of gods, refugee of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. Please repeat. O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisance unto you? O limitless one, God of gods, refugee of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. Verse number 38. त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराणास् त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वम् अनन्तरूपा त्वमादिदेव पुरुषः पुराण त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वम् अनन्तरूपा त्वमादिदेव पुरुष पुराण त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वम् अनन्तरूपा you, Adi Deva, the original supreme God, Purusha, personality, Purana, old, Tvam, you, Asya, of this, Viswasya, the universe, Param, transcendental, Nidhanam, refuge, Veta, the knower, Asi, you are, Vedyam, the knowable. We'll see in Srimad Bhagavatam, second verse. Both words are there. Vedyam, Vedyam, Vastavam. Cha and Param, transcendental. Cha and Dhamma, refugee. Two times. Previous verse also. This has been called out. Tvaya, by you. Tatam, pervaded. Viswam, the universe. Anantarupa, O unlimited form. Translation by Prabhupada. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material modes. O limitless form, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. Please repeat. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material modes. O limitless form, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. Verse number 39. One more verse is there, then what I don't understand. Vayuremo Agnir Varuna Sasanka. Different demigods. Prajapate Tvam Prapita Mahascha. Namo Namaste Astu Sahasra Kritva. Punascha Bhuyo Api Namo Namaste. वायुर्यमो अग्निर्वरुणः शशाङ्का प्रजापतेस्तं प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्ते अस्तु सहस्रकृत्वा पुनश्च भूयो अपि नमो नमस्ते वायुर्यमो अग्निर्वरुणः शशाङ्का प्रजापतेस्त्वं प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्ते अस्तु सहस्रकृत्वा पुनश्च भूयो अपि नमो नमस्ते. This is similar to the 12th canto, chapter 13, Srimad Bhagavatam, verse number 1. It's similar prayers. Vayu, air. Yama, the controller. Agni, fire. Varuna, water. Shashanka, the moon. Prajapati, Brahma. Tvam, you. Prapitamaha, the great grandfather. Cha, also. Nama, my respects. Nama, again my respects. Te, unto you. Astu, let there be. Sahasra Kritva, 1,000 times. Punascha, and again. Bhuya, again. Api, also. Nama, offering my respects. Namaste, offering my respects unto you. Again and again, you'll see that offering respect, because that's the great wonder. Very fearful also. Initially starting with wonder, then fear. So you can see as the form gets more and more, started with different levels of vision. Translation by Sri Prabhupada. You are air and you are the supreme controller. You are fire. You are water. You are the moon. You are Brahma, the first living creature. And you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisance unto you 1,000 times, and again and yet again. Repeat. You are air, and you are the supreme controller. You are fire, you are water, and you are the moon. You are Brahma, the first living creature. You are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times, and again and yet again and yet again. Verse number 39, I think. 40, this is the last verse then. Nama purastadata prushtataste namostu te sarvata eva sarva anantaviryamita vikramastvam sarvam samapnosi tato asi sarva Nama purastadata prushtataste namostu te sarvata eva sarva अनन्तवीर्यामितविक्रमस्त्वं सर्वं समाप्नोषि ततोऽसि सर्वा नमः पुरस्तादत पृष्ठतस्ते नमो अस्तु ते सर्वता एव सर्वा अनन्तवीर्यामितविक्रमस्त्वं सर्वं समाप्नोषि ततोऽसि सर्वा Nama purastadata prashtataste namostu te sarvata eva sarva anantaviryamita vikramastvam sarvam samapnosi tatosi sarva. Nama, offering obeisances. Prastad, from the front. Ata, also. Prushtataha, from behind. Te, unto you. Nama astu, I offer my respects. Te, unto you. Sarvata, from all sides. Eva, indeed. Sarva, because you are everything. Ananta Virya, unlimited potency. Amita Vikrama, different devotees' names are also there like this. Unlimited force. Tvam, you. Sarvam, everything. Samapnosi, you cover. Tata, therefore. Asi, you are. Sarva, everything. Translation by Prabhupada. When you see the deity, we are supposed to offer obeisance to the left side, because we are the energy. Like here, you see, Srimad Radharani is on the left side towards Krishna. She is the internal energy. We are the marginal energies. We are also offer obeisances towards left side, our left side towards the deities. But if the Lord is universal form is showing everywhere, every direction is there, then which direction you are going to offer? So that's why he's offering, Arjuna is offering from every direction. So in all directions, in all sides. offering from the front, offering from the back, and so is offering repeated obeisances. Translation by Sri Prabhupada. Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. Repeat. Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, and from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading. Thus, you are everything. So, we'll try to understand these verses 35. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्ति रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय गौर भक्त वृंद की जय So in this 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the universal form Lord Krishna is showing, where Arjuna, initially Krishna showed the demigods, various demigods. And then, so he initially saw so many heads and legs, and his universal form was everywhere, pretty much all over the place, throughout the universe. He is sitting on the chariot, and Lord Krishna is showing the whole universal form in front of him directly on the battlefield. So he was completely bewildered. So that 11th chapter starts before, as Lord Krishna explained in the 10th chapter, opulences, various opulences of the absolute. In this material, how one can see the sun, moon, and different lion and great, anything great in this world. That is the power is coming from him. So he explains then at the end, so Arjuna submits in this beginning verse, Mad anugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma chetasam tvayoktam vachastena mohoyam vigato mama. By your causeless mercy, Mad anugrahaya paramam. So I was able to understand, and everything was revealed to me. Guhyam, most confident. Guhyam adhyatma chetasa. Then my illusion was also dispelled. Mohoyam vigato mama. All the illusion was also dispelled by your causeless mercy, by hearing from directly from the mouth of Lord Krishna. So in this chapter there are 5 sections. The first section is 1 to 8. Arjuna asked, requesting the vision of the universal form to Lord Krishna, because he wants to see so that he can remember. Now, one is to, for the purpose of the whole world. Anybody who wants to claim God, he must show in future this universal form. Then he should show four-handed form, and then he should show the two-handed form. Then they can be claimed or confirmed as God. That is the first reason why Arjuna is asking. Another reason is he wants to see how you are expanded everywhere. You described everything, but I want to see that particular form where you expanded in these ways. So show me that particular form. So that is the other reason. And he wants to see also, Lord Krishna wants to show and give the special eyes. With his current eyes, he can't see this form. Lord Krishna has given the divine eyes so that he can see this form, and he can see the result of this battlefield, what is going to happen, who's going to be killed, who's going to be victorious, who and all are being killed. So everything will be shown, the result also, what he has asked and what he didn't ask. So everything will be was shown to Arjuna. So that's the first section is Arjuna is requesting vision of the universal form, and Lord Krishna's description of the universal form. That is 1 to 8. And the second section is 9 to 32. Sanjaya's description of the universal form, and then Arjuna's vision. So first Krishna described in the first section. In the second section, Sanjaya is describing. Then Arjuna himself is describing what and all he saw in that universal form. And then the third section we completed last week is 32 to 34. Time I am, become my instrument. And then the today's section is we just started the fourth section, 35 to 46, big section, Arjuna's prayers. And then the last section is 47 to 55. Only pure devotees see Krishna's two-armed form. So from the last week's class, 30 to 34, time I am, where we have described the main key instruction from the last class is become an instrument. Nimitta matram bhava sabyasachi. How to become an instrument. Give up our doership mentality, or give up our individual independent agenda. So depending on the Supreme Lord and doing for His pleasure. Nimitta matram has become my instrument. Time I am, become my instrument. That's what Lord Krishna is telling. Because Arjuna was thinking, I am the doer. I am going to get sinful activity. I am going to destroy this dynasty. So all this unwanted population, all because of me. I am the reason. I am the doer. All these results is attached to all these things. So that's why Krishna is telling in the previous verse, previous section, that Kala, the time factor. I am the destroyer. I am the doer. You are not the doer. So give up this doership mentality. So you are just become my instrument as a menial servant, as a puppet in my hands. So just act as per my instruction. Then you will not be bewildered. So that's what Krishna said. And then we discuss the how we can become an instrument in the hands of the Lord is by taking full shelter of uh, Ekla Chaitanya Charana Chandra. So one must take shelter of the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna appearing as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, most merciful incarnation, by taking his shelter. And then Chaitanya Bhaktera, Gaura Bhaktera Nityakara Sangye, then what is that? Siddhanta Samudra Tarange. So yeah, one who and then taking shelter of his devotees in the association of his devotees by and then hearing the glories of the Supreme Lord, then we can actually become an instrument by getting purified by hearing about the Supreme Lord and his activities, what to do and what not to do. So then we can become we everything will be revealed. Siddhanta Samudra Tarangi, all the essence of all the scriptures, essence of who we are, who is the Supreme Lord is, our sambandha, our relationship, and then what is the practice, what we should do, what we should not do, and then attaining the ultimate goal. So that is the previous class, previous section instruction. Now in this section, in the 11:35, so Lord Krishna is Sanjay is describing first in the 35th verse, where is describing the Sanjay is describing to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. So that 35 verse is basically you can see this kind of trembling can only happen as I was describing in the beginning. That either one is with a material fear, so may not be a devotee, or second category is one who's in the transcendental state of consciousness, an ecstatic stage. There are three stages in devotion service. One is sadhana bhakti, which is Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, or devotion service in practice, the beginning stages. And then the second stage is devotion service in ecstasy, which is bhava bhakti. First one is sadhana bhakti, second one is bhava bhakti, and the third stage is prema bhakti, a devotion service in love with Krishna, pure love of God. So that is the third, the highest stage. That is the topmost. That is the goal. So in these three stages. So one who is in the second stage, devotion service in ecstasy, asakti and bhava, then one can come to this ecstatic stage of bhakti, where every day we are chanting in the morning, six Ashtakam prayers before Bhagavatam class. In that we have seen that Ainam Datanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Budau Krupaya Tava Pada Pankajastita Doli Sadrusam Vichintaya Nayanam galadasrudharaya vadanam gadgadardaya gira pulakair nichitam vapu tapanama grahanena bhavishyati. So, Nayanam Gadgada Rudaya Gira. Here also Gadgadaya. Arjuna is going to trembling. Vepamana Gadgadaya. Trembling, faltering. When will the voice will be choked up? When the tears will come from eyes? When I will roll down on the ground? These are all Bhava Bhakti stage. Asta Sattvika Vichar. 8 kinds of ecstatic symptoms will come. Sthayi Bhav, Vivichari Bhav, Sanchari Bhav. Various terms are there in Nectar Devotion. You will see much more higher stages of bhakti. We are not there. So we are not going to go deep. We just mentioned a few things, but we are not there. So it's no point discussing about that where we are not in that stage. But we just want to know what it is so that at least we have an idea. So that is the devotion service in ecstatic stage, then one can have these kind of symptoms. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited when he is seeing Lord Jagannath in his front, uh, or when he is performing Sankirtan in Siva Sangan or on Radha then he became unconscious, he exhibited these ecstatic symptoms. And devotees also exhibited various examples are there. So that is the Bhava Bhakti. Here Arjuna is fearful while he is in the transcendental state of consciousness, but not exactly the Bhava Bhakti, but he is in the seeing the Lord Krishna showed universal form with thousands of heads, thousands of legs, thousands of eyes. Is everywhere, and so many ornaments and so many weapons he was carrying all over the universe. Everywhere is expanded, pervaded. So then he saw that was great wonder. Then later on, gradually, he saw all the demigods. Siddhas, yes, in the 20, 36th, 7th, or 8th, 39, 40, he is describing what and all he saw. Even the demigods are offering obeisance. Siddha Sangha in this verse 35. Then 39, 30, 40 also is describing. And Prabhupada is writing in the purport also, quoting that verse. He didn't say the verse, but is relating to that verse. 12th canto, chapter 13, verse number 1. Yam Brahma Rudra Varunendra Rudra Marutas Tunvanti Gaye Vedanga Krama Upanishadair Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Vasita Tadgatena Manasa Paschanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Surasara Gunaya Tasmai Devaya Nama. All the demigods are offering their obeisances, prayers. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutas Tunvanti Divyai Stavai. Divyai Stavai means transcendental hymns they are chanting. Yam Brahma, starting with Lord Brahma, then Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Lord Shiva, Rudras, all of them are offering their obeisances because above us we are in the Bhor Loka, then Bhor Loka, then Janaloka, Tapaloka, Maharloka, the great sages, different personalities are there, four Kumaras, all those different personalities as you go up, and Brahmaloka. So, Svargaloka is Indra, Chandra, and all these are there. Brahmaloka, Lord Brahma is there. So all these personalities, Siddha's planet. So Siddhaloka. So all these personalities are seeing, all these demigods are seeing this universal form and they are offering obeisances. So generally they offer Purusha Sukta prayers. Whenever there is a problem, all these demigods go along with Lord Brahma and offer their prayers. But they can't even see Lord Vishnu directly, face to face. They have to go to the Ksherosagar ocean, which is in this material universe. Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, Paramatma is there in each and every living entity, is also there in this Kshirodaka ocean, which is a place within this universe. And Lord Brahma and demigods can only go to the shore of the ocean, bank of the ocean. They can, but Lord is in the middle of the ocean. It's so vast ocean. They can't go in the middle. They can't go face to face. They can only see from the distance, from the bank of the ocean. Only they can see. That is like Vaikuntha, that Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. There are few places it is described as like Vaikuntha, Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, Kshirodaka ocean within this material universe, and also the Dhruva planet also is like Vaikuntha. It doesn't get annihilated until Lord Brahma's lifetime is over. This whole, then Dhruva is going to go back to the spiritual world. Until that, it doesn't get annihilated. And then another few other places it is described as good as Vaikuntha. But they offer these Purusha Sukta prayers describing the same, the universal form, thousands of heads, thousands of eyes, thousands of legs. especially when they do the Abhishek in the temple on the Prana Pratishtha, they chant these verses. Purusha Sukta and Sri Sukta, these are the prayers. Even during the Yajna, if you pay attention, during the nursing Yajna also, they chant. They don't chant the whole thing, but elaborate Yajna means they will chant the whole thing. Every verse, they offer the oblations for every verse. सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपादभूमिम् विश्वतो वृत्त्या अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलम् पुरुष एवेदकम् सर्वम् यद्भूतम् यच्च भव्यम् भूतामृतत्तेषानः इदन्नेनातिरोहति. Like that. This will continue. Sahasrasirsha Purusha. You have thousands of heads because he is everywhere pervaded. So that's it. But at the same time, Krishna is describing all this. I am the moon, I am the sun. It doesn't mean that Lord is there directly. It is like the company CEO. Company CEO is not there in each and every play, every person's desk. He's not there. He's giving his energy and strength, he's approving, and then things are working. His managers and others are supervising. Work is going on. So same way, it is like the heat and light. Right now, the light is there, but that means the energy is there, the source. The powerhouse, we are not there. We are not next to the powerhouse. Powerhouse is somewhere else. It is getting that energy is being transported through this light, and we are getting the lighting, and then also the heat is coming. But is the heat is the light? No. Is the illumination is light? No. But it is transformation of that light bulb is illumination. We are getting the heat. It is the results, effects. But it doesn't mean that these two are the same as light. Same thing. So Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna's expansion as a universal form is expanding everywhere, and his power is being power of attorney is being given to the demigods, and various um, powers are given to the lion is a great in the animals. Lion is the greatest king of animals like that. I am within the demigod, administrative demigod is Indra. So like that, in the 10th chapter, Lord Krishna is describing, I am this, I am that. Doesn't mean that is Lord Krishna. So he's giving that everywhere I have invested these powers in these. If I withdraw my power, then they are no more. Like on the battlefield also, because Krishna was there, the chariot was there. As soon as Krishna said, "Get down," then Arjuna got down, everything, whole chariot was bound down because it was holding on just because Krishna was there. So by his power only, everything was happening on the battlefield. They were able to win. So that's why as soon as Lord Krishna withdraws the power, then no more. So nothing, no power can exist in this world. Neither sun nor moon. All these are, everything is working under Krishna's power, Krishna's will. Maya Dhakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. So that's why here the first verse we are seeing Arjuna is offering obeisances, prayers and repeated obeisances in wonder as a devotee, not as a friend, because that friend rasa is gone now. Because when he sees the universal form, when his friend means his two-handed form, he's seeing as similar form as him. But now he's seeing like a completely bewildering, fierce form. Not only that, initially it was wonder. Now he showed at the end after seeing the demigods. Initially start with heads, legs, and everything, ornaments, and then he saw all the demigods. Then he saw himself. Then he saw all the battlefield who are there. Everybody is there. Then he saw the more ghastly form. Then all of their, especially Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all of their heads are getting chopped off. Blood is coming, and then some of the heads are getting stuck in the throat, in his teeth. Then after seeing that form, then he completely became fearful, then shaking. So that is what is happening exactly now. 35 to 40. Arjuna's prayers is after seeing that particular wonder, initially with wonder, then it became more fearful, ghastly. So then he couldn't, was not able to stand any longer. You will see at the last, we will say that I can't see this form anymore. Please bring back the original form. No more. I can't stand any longer here, seeing this particular form because obviously as a devotee, is also he cannot see. He's so soft character. So. Yasyasti Bhaktir Bhagavati Akinchana Sarvair Gunair Tatra Samasate Sura. He has all the 26 qualities. He is very tolerant. He is very compassionate. He can see others dying. Like Prahlad Maharaj also didn't want to see his father dying. But what to do? He acted as a demon. So then he asked Lord Nrsimhadev to please forgive my father for his offensive behavior and forgive him. So Lord Nrsimhadev forgave him. So that is the character of a devotee. So so that is what this particular verse is teaching us, how this kind of mellow rasa, what Arjuna is describing, showing in this fearful form of wondrous and fearful. In that way, he's choked up. His senses, his throat is choked up. He's trembling. Vepamana, Gadgadaya. That's what is happening. So, so we can also come to that stage when you practice the devotion service by chanting the holy name of the Lord and hearing with rapt attention. As we practice, then we can come to that ecstatic stage as also. As in the second verse, that is the key instruction in today's particular section, main instruction. Now, the second verse, 36th verse, Arjuna is describing. Now, Arjuna is describing. 35th verse, Sanjay is describing. Now, the 36th verse, Arjuna started describing. O master of the senses, Rishikesha, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Now, question is, then how do you become attached to Krishna? Krishna himself is described in Bhagavad Gita. And then Mother Devahuti is submitting to Kardamman in Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll see that. So that is the key instruction. How one can become attached to Lord Krishna, how one can develop love for Krishna. So here Arjuna is describing that. O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful when upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are, so the devotees are being developing attachment. As soon as they see the Lord, they hear the glories of the Lord, they get so much enlivened. Bhaktir pareshan bhavo viraktir anyatra syat. Just ekakala chud apaya anughasam. The Srimad Bhagavatam gives the comparison. Bhakti pareshan bhavo virakti. Three stages. Bhakti. Pareshanubhava and Virakti. When we practice bhakti, then three things can naturally will happen. Virakti, natural detachment from the worldly things. You will not be interested or attached to things from of the material conscious. You will be detached internally, not externally, but internally you become detached from things as you perform bhakti, practice Krishna consciousness. And Pareshanubhava, you get revelations, you get so many ecstatic symptoms, so internal happiness. And then bhakti is so satisfying, so peaceful, so blissful. So all these three things, realizations, and then happiness, ecstatic happiness, blissfulness, and then detachment naturally, all the another whatever, happiness, distress, duality, no more bothers, no more lamentation. Na sochati na kankshati. The happiness is both in both stages. So that is the bhakti, pareshanu, virakti. These three things will happen. And the comparison, Lord is describing this in the 11th canto, this verse by this Nava Yogendra speaking to King Nimi. 11th canto, chapter 2. This verse is there, verse number 30 something. So there, this is described. Then the three aspect. When we take prasad, when we take food, then three things also. Tushti, Pushti, Kshudapayo, Anughasam. Three things happen. The bhakti is correlated. Bhakti, Pareshanvo, Virakti. These three aspects of bhakti is correlated with Tushti. You get nourishment when you take food. Pushti, you get great happiness also as you take prasad. We take more than chanting, more than other things. We all like to take prasad. We all like to, we take time to, half an hour, sometimes 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours also, keep eating, keep talking. So all those, keep watching, so many things we do. So that we relish taking food, taking varieties of food. Tushti, pushti, and nourishment naturally you get. After finishing it, if somebody brings so many things, you can't eat because you're already full, you're happy and you're content. Tushti, pushti, and kshudapayo. No more hunger. The hunger is gone. So the detachment will happen like that is compared with kshudapayo. No more, hunger is there. Happiness is there, and you are nourished. Energy is there. Full strength is coming from eating. So in this way, the bhakti, pareshanava, virakti is a natural symptoms. Naturally, it will happen. We don't need to externally try something, artificially try something. Naturally, this thing will happen. If you do it with simple, the two things are there always in devotions. One is simplicity, Another one is one must be simple in the heart. The second thing is one must mm, avoid the kapatya, duplicitous nature. When we do that, then when we have the simplicity in the heart, no duplicitous nature, and then we are grateful we're indebted and grateful to the Lord and the representatives of the Lord for their causeless mercy. So earlier I was hearing Prabhupada memories today. Someone was that Yogeswara Prabhupada's disciple. He was asking Prabhupada. Prabhupada, there are two devotees. Both are don't have any credits, any pious credits. Both are coming from a worst background, disqualified, both of them. But one practice nicely devotion, one becomes a devotee, but the other one doesn't become. Then, so on what basis? Prabhupada became serious. He said, you cannot question then who gets mercy. It is up to the up to the devotee of the Lord, up to the devotee of the Lord to give. It is causeless. Mercy is you can't find out calculate. You cannot put calculation and logic. It is up to the great devotee, advanced sadhu and gurus. They can decide whom they want to give the mercy. It is causeless mercy. Causeless. That's what we have to ask when we stand in front of the Lord. Also, when we offer prayers, please give your mercy. No, we have to ask for causeless mercy. Because when we are asking for mercy means we think we are qualified. But when we are asking for causeless mercy means even though I don't have any qualification, but you have to give the causeless mercy. So, because you are the most munificent, most magnanimous, most merciful. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurav Vishenama. You are the most munificent, compassionate. So you have to give the mercy. So that's why more than the Lord, Lord's devotees, especially, so are even more merciful. So that's why you'll see in the prayers. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya krupa sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo, most fallen. Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavibhyo Namo. So Vaishnavas, the sadhus, pure devotees of the Lord, they shower mercy. Only qualification we have to feel that I'm unqualified. Patit. Then you get the mercy. But if you are thinking I'm already qualified, then you can't get mercy. So that's where that krutagnata bhav. One must have simplicity, and another one must be kritagnata, means grateful for the Lord and the pure devotee gurus for their mercy, what they have given. So when these two things are there, then naturally we get the mercy. Because whenever the master, whenever the acharyas, parents, anybody seeing simplicity in the heart, like the when Sudama Vipra walked in to the Lord's palace, is walking in, he didn't even go in. The Lord came out personally. Until that point, he was engaging others and servants, different activity. But as soon as the Lord saw that this Sudama Vipra, so simple in heart, and he's wearing simple clothes, nothing, he was not actionally showing off anything. He was so peaceful, and as soon as he saw, then Lord personally came out. Swayam Shakyu Samarhanam. He personally came out, took him with his hands and put him on his bed and massaged him and washed his feet. Everything personally, Lord did that. And Lord's wife also, Rukmini Devi also did that. And Chamar and everything. Like Lord served him like anything. Swayam Shakku Samarhanam. So Lord worshipped him like anything. So this is the character of simplicity. As soon as simplicity is there in the heart of the devotee, and then he's thinking grateful. So now we pray, even when Lord didn't give anything, he came actually on his behalf of his wife. He was so poor because he never wanted opulence. Because if opulence comes, then I may not practice devotion service. I may become puffed up. Then he never wanted, he never desired. He personally, he was always praying that I don't want. So then Lord never gave him. Then, but they became so poor they couldn't eat and they didn't get anything. Then his wife requested, now at least Lord is nearby in Dwarka. We are staying not that far. Go and see your friend. You both were friends. You went together to Sandeep Muni School. Then his request, wife's request, he came. So Lord didn't give him anything, but he's feeling so grateful. When he's going back, he was thinking, actually, Lord did good because he has Even though I don't have anything, I was so poor, so nothing I had. I couldn't give him anything, but he offered me personally, massaged me personally, served me like anything more than his own dear family member. In reality, he has done actually great benediction. So he didn't give me wealth. He didn't give me anything because he knows he's going to be not good for me, for my progress. He has done. I mean, he was so feeling so grateful because simplicity is there in his heart. But when he went, arrived at home, then he saw the big palace. His wife, he couldn't even recognize his wife. His wife had so many jewelry and completely the whole thing was changed. Then he understood Lord Krishna has already given the wealth and whatever has come with a particular desire, even though Lord didn't say what is being given. But he could recognize, realize. But obviously he didn't become puffed up because that simplicity and krutagnata bhav, these two characteristics are very important for a devotee, for a practitioner devotee, and we should continue that characteristic all the way, even when we become advanced and attain perfection. Also, this simplicity has to be there, and always grateful, always feel unqualified. These things is very much required, very much needed for the practitioner of bhakti. But one has an opposite, then he can't get mercy. He can't get causeless mercy, neither from the Lord nor from the sadhu or guru. When he has akritagnata bhav, that means ungratefulness, and when he has a duplicity, kapatya, is like Duryodhana, always diplomatic. But he doesn't have a simplicity. That's why Lord never went to his home, even though he said so many items he cooked. Lord didn't go because he has no devotion. What is the use of him offering so many things? He has no love for the Lord. He tried to bind Krishna himself. So then, to that person, why Lord wants to go? So obviously, Lord went to Vidra's house rather. And when he was invited, he didn't have opulence. He had only small things to offer. But that is the beauty of this process. That's what we are learning from this particular first verse, that one can come to this becoming instrument means when one has simplicity in the heart, one has this grateful nature, and feeling unqualified, then he will get all the mercy. He becomes a natural instrument. He will follow what Master says. In this 39th or 36th verse, 36th verse is important instruction here is, although the perfected beings offer their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Yeah. So for devotees, as soon as they discuss, they see the Lord, they hear about the Lord, they get so much enlivened, as we hear from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, chapter 10, previous chapter 8, 9, 10, 11. They are called Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. If you recite these four verses, it is like you already covered the whole Bhagavad Gita essence of Sambandha Jnana Videya Prayojan. Sambandha, our relationship, we are Jiva, Supreme Lord is Ishvara, and our relation is the Jivya Swarupa Nitya. He is master, we are the servant, menial servant. That is our Sambandha Jnana. And then Avideya, in the practice, by keeping that ourselves, Krishna in the center, in our practice, and Lord Krishna is the master, is the maintainer, is the enjoyer, is the supreme controller. With that thought process, we engage in every activity with body, mind, senses. Pranaya Ardhaya Diya Vacha. So our life force, our wealth, our resources, our body, our words, everything we utilize in that way and perform various activities. So that is the Abhideya aspect. And then the Prayojan aspect is the result is going to be Krishna Prema. We attain Krishna Prema. So that's what devotees do. Matchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Devotees always relish discussing about Krishna and his glories, his pastimes, his activities, his beautiful form. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Madhyam Purana Purusham Navayam Vanam Cha. Vedeshu Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhakto Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. He is the original. There is no one before him. Advaitam Achyutam is infallible. Anadim. There are so many unlimited forms. Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam. As in these verses also again and again repeated. He has so many unlimited forms. Adhyam Purana Purusham, and at the same time is the oldest. His origin is the oldest, but at the same time Navayavanancha, all contradictions can exist in Lord Krishna. He is the Makanchor, he is the Ranachor, everything. He is the great stealer, at the same time he is fully renounced. He is the greatly powerful, everything, name, fame, prestige, at the same time he is fully renounced. Everything, all the contradictions can be there in the Supreme Lord. Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Prana Purusham Navayam is 60 is a transcendental age in the spiritual world, or in when he appears here also, his age is only 17 and a half or 16 and a half years old only. He never goes old. Even though he was there in Dwapar Yuga, before Kali Yuga, 100 and I think 107 or 111 years he was there on this planet. But even though he was there that long, but he was not old. He's always 16 and a half years old only. He doesn't grow older than that. So Navaya Panancha. Vedeshu Durlavam. It is very difficult to know about him. Adurlavam. Durlavam, Adurlavam. But for devotees, he will be very easy to know because he will reveal. He will reveal. For his pure devotees, he will reveal. Adurlavam Atma Bhakto. For whom he will reveal Atma Bhakto. For like Arjuna, cohort boys, or parent child like Devaki and Vasudeva, Nanda and Yashoda. For those who are confidential or close, who are his bhaktas, his devotees, for him, Lord will reveal. So, and that is the key instruction here. How one can become attached. So, how one can become attached, Lord Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, verse number 1. Anybody knows? Anybody remembers? Some chapter. Knowledge of the Absolute, verse number 1. Anybody chanting, reciting verses of Bhagavad Gita? Any day we should do. So then we know. Verse number 1 is giving that. The point Arjuna is making here. Maya Sakta Mana Partha. How will you one become attached? As soon as Krishna is speaking the Bhakti Yoga process, the first thing he is mentioning this. Maya Sakta Mana Partha Yogam Injan Madashraya Asamsayam Samagram Mam Yata Grasasi Tat Shrunu. Oh Arjuna, please hear attentively with rapt attention. Tat Shrunu. You must hear. What will happen? Maya asakta mana partha. Your mind becomes attached to me. Asakta. We will become greatly attached when you hear with rapt attention what I am going to speak now, because I am giving the knowledge of the absolute about myself. About myself, my pastimes, my glories, my activities, my qualities. I am going to describe now. To me, you will become attached to me. Maya asakta mana partha. Your mind. Maya asakta mana partha. Yogam injan malamashra. You will take shelter of me by the devotional service. Yogam injan madasha. And then everything will be revealed to you. Asam sayam samagram. The whole manifestation of this material world, how material world is working, how the various energies are working, and then who is the source behind it. You will know both phenomenal and luminous. What do you see in the gorgeous, externally so pompous, so beautiful, but who is the source actually? What is the essence? How everything is working. So that also you will know both. Asam Sayam Samagra. Without a doubt, you will know everything in complete. External and internal both. So reason behind it, the effect, cause and effect. Effect is the material world is there, but who is the cause? Cause of all cause, Supreme Lord. So that you will know. That's what Krishna is describing to Arjuna. That is the very important point in this particular verse, particular section, rather 36 verse is making that point here, especially is making the three things here clear. Arjuna is confirming that Krishna is the maintainer. That is the first point he's making in this particular 36 verse. And he's also making he is the object of worship. If at all anybody wants to worship, then it must be only to Krishna. Object of worship, Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. For the devotees as well. And he's telling that, and he is also he's the maintainer, and he is the most worshipful, and then he is also the destroyer of the undesirables. So the demons will flee, anadas will be kicked out, all everything he will destroy, he will remove. Like here on the battlefield, he is showing Arjuna that Bhishma, Drona, Karna, everyone is going to be killed. You just take a credit. I already killed all of them. You don't need to be afraid of anything. You will be victorious. You just take credit. You just fight for me. That's all you have to do. I have done already the work. You just take credit. So that's what he showed. And then in this verse, Arjuna is confirming that. So Lord Krishna is the maintainer and he is the object of worship, as in the famous verse of Bhagavad Gita. मन्मनाव मद्भक्तो मद्या जीवाम नमस्कुरु मामे वैसे सत्यन्ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोसि मे. Think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer obeisances to me. So worship, there also worship is there. So here also Arjuna is telling Krishna is the maintainer, he is the object of worship, and is the destroyer of undesirables, whatever is not needed in our heart. Whatever unwanted things are there, those he will purify and he will remove it. So as we practice it. So as Krishna is telling in the which verse? Ninth chapter, verse number 22. Ananyas chintayanto mam e jana paripaste tesham nityavayuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. I will take care of. I will give you whatever you are lacking, and I will take away what you don't need it. Tesham nityavayuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. I will take care of your needs, everything. Or mattas pratir gnanam apohancha. Remembrance and forgetfulness. For the devotees, he will give the remembrance, and then for those who doesn't want him, then forgetfulness. For atheists, and so in this way, in this particular verse, so hearing, offering prayers, how one can become attached. So that's why the offering prayers is one of the prominent and important aspects whenever we go to temple or at home. Every day we offer, and then we see the example of. There are so many verses, but here, key thing is one must learn this example from Arjuna as directly Lord Krishna is describing how one can become attached by hearing about him. More and more we hear. And then we look at the Devahuti's instructions. Then rather Kapilas, Lord Kapila means Lord Vishnu himself. Devahuti and Kardam Muni was wife and husband. Kardam Muni leaves home after he already tells when he was married with Swayambhu Manu's daughter Devahuti is a queen. When he got married itself, that time itself, Kartamuni says, after giving you children, I'm going to leave, go to the forest. Because he was already attached so much before itself. But he had a small desire, want to get married. Then Lord arranged everything. Because Lord seeing in the heart, Lord directly appeared in front of him. So Bindu Sarovar. Lord shed tears by seeing Kardam Muni perform severe austerities, practice devotion service, but he had a small desire. Then Lord Vishnu appeared and also he satisfied that desire. He arranged, don't worry, I'm going to arrange a marriage for you. Swayambhu Manu personally will come and offer his daughter to you. So that is what Lord arranges for those who are seriously practicing, then Lord knows what is there in the heart. Lord arranges everything accordingly. So that way he arranged, and then that's what he said to Devahuti when he got married. I'm going to leave after some time. So that's what he did, and now Devahuti was so morose, so lamenting, because she understood that I have actually didn't take the association very carefully. I took only association materially, but I didn't take your right association, spiritual association. Rather, I didn't take it properly. Otherwise, I would have been illuminated with transcendental knowledge. I would have been purified. But I neglected that part. Now, what do I do? You are living. And then he said, take your son. Your son is not your son. He is the Supreme Lord himself, Lord Vishnu, Lord Kapil Dev. Take a shelter. So at that point, Devahuti submits as a greatly thing that unqualified. Very important verses. This is in the Canto 3, Chapter 25, chapter title, I think. Um, Execution of Devotion Service, I think. Chapter title 325. This verse is 7, verse number 7. Devahutir was Nirvinna Nitaram Bhuman, greatly disgusted, so much engrossed in material aspects that I am greatly disgusted now. Nirvinna Nitaram Bhuman. So, oh, my son, she is telling actually, submitting to her son, Lord Kapil Dev. Asad Indriya, because why am I disgusted? Because Asad Indriya Tarshana, not for the good things, impermanent things, my senses are so much attached and giving great anxiety because of this great attachment is body and extended body senses for the material enjoyment. Asad Indriya Tarshana. So, because of that, Ena Sambhavya Manena Prapanna Andam Tamo Prabho, oh my master, is not now, she is not thinking that he is my son. She realized she is the master. He is the master. Oh, my Lord, please remove this darkness, ignorance, tamo. Prapanna andam tamo. I'm in the great ignorance, abyss, filled with ignorance in every, our karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, intelligence, mind, everywhere. So much ignorance is there. So I didn't take the right association. The material so much became attached. So what do I do now? So do something, tell me something, and instruct me, and so that I can come out of this darkness, dirtiness, ignorance, filled my heart and intelligence in the mind. What do I do now? Then, so Lord Kapila gives a beautiful instruction that he describes the characteristics of a pure devotee, and he describes how the pure devotees are engaged in hearing the Lord's glories, and by taking their association and by following and by hearing, then you will also become purified and you will become attached to the Lord. You will attain Krishna Prema. You will come to this ecstatic stage of Krishna consciousness. And describes beautiful verses 325, 21, all the way till 27. Beautiful verses are there, at least five or six. So the famous verse, two famous verses are there. But first, it describes the characteristics of a pure devotee. Titikshava karunika suhrudo sarvadehin ajata sitro santo sadhavo sadhu bhushana. The quality of a pure devotee is very compassionate, very tolerant. Titikshava and karunika, very compassionate. Karunika. Suhrudo sarvadehina. He is equal to all, he is very compassionate to every living entity. So he is not inimical to anyone, even to the envious. Suhrudo saradehina. And sadhavo sadhu bhushana is a great quality ornament. Ajata Satro Santa is very peaceful. Ajata Satro. That means he is even to the enemies also. He is not thinking, oh, he is my enemy. No. For him, everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. He is not seeing anybody as enemy. He is saying everybody is equally as a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Aham Bija Pradapita, as Lord Krishna himself. Mama Ivanso Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. They're all my part and parcels. So, um, so that's why he's not seeing the external, he has internal vision. Antardarsh, so Antarmukhi. He's not Bahirmukha Bhakta. Bahirmukha Bhakta means he's only seeing externally. So, but he's seeing what is there in the heart. When our Prabhupada used to see any particular individual, male or female, disciples or anybody, reporter, is seeing the soul, the consciousness of the soul. So that is the vision of a pure devotee, Uttamadhikari. Bhakta is always seeing as a part and parcel of Krishna. So every living entity, not only human being, but all living entities. So that is the first characteristics. Lord Kapila instructs. And then he instructs what is the further characteristics. Not only that they are compassionate, but they are so deeply attached to the Supreme Lord. Mai Ananya Bhavena means one pointed attention to who? To only Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. Ananya Bhavena Bhaktim Kurvanti Ye Drudam. Those fixed up, they are completely 100% focused. Everything in relation with Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. Mai Ananya Bhavena Bhaktim Kurvanti Ye Drudam. Mat Krite Tekta Karmana. They give up all other activities. They have nothing to do with this material world. They don't perform anything which is not in relation with Krishna. So they will be ready to give up anything which is taking them away from Krishna. They will give up all those things. They will never do things which are taking them away from the Supreme Lord. Now, verse number 23, 325. This is the most important verse. So Mad Ashtraya Kata Mrishta. So the pure devotees, they relish so much that they take full shelter of the Supreme Lord. Mad Ashtraya Kata Mrishta. They become so much attached, they take full shelter of my glories by hearing my glories. Kata Mrishta. Srandvanti Katayanti Cha. They hear and they chant my glories. Srandvanti Katayanti Cha. Tapanti vidvidas tapa. Then what will happen? All the threefold miseries, so many distress, anxieties, frustration, fear of death, everything is removed. Tapanti vividas tapa. All kinds of miseries and distress, everything is removed. Na etan madgata chetasa. All their endeavors attain perfection. Na etan. They will never see the miseries. They will never have difficulties. Externally, they may have bodily, seemingly externally may have difficulty. Prabhupada also had to go through 3 heart attacks. Prabhupada had became sick in 1969 or so in Long Branch, here only in New Jersey. At that time, it was a Thanksgiving or Christmas weekend. No doctor was available, nothing. Early. Finally, they found out after a day or a half day searching. They found one doctor. He was so old, he doesn't know much. So he's the one who said after so long checking and everything that this person is too much praying. Uh, that means he is not exercising basically. So he needs exercise. Then he said he has to go for a walk. So from that day onward, Prabhupada never stopped. His morning walk every day he used to walk, rain or shine or either inside the place he used to walk. But he always used to walk every day after that. So Prabhupada is because everything in this body belongs to Krishna. So if I can make this maintain this body for Krishna's pleasure, then if I need to walk, then we'll walk. So Prabhupada walked like that. One time, one disciple, Nanda Kumar, he was a servant of Prabhupada also for one year or so. He asked, Prabhupada, I want to maintain this body, I want to keep it strong and can I do some exercises? Can I do something? What can I do? Then Prabhupada, funnily, he showed himself, did some pull-ups, and then showed this is called pull-up. You do that. Funnily, he told Nanda Kumar Prabhu, but he never told any disciple to do those exercises. He only said is walk, do brisk walking, not jogging. Jogging removes decreases the breath. So we are not supposed to walk. As per Ayurveda, it's not good to jog. So you're reducing the breaths because the lifetime when we are born, it is already given how many breaths we are going to live. So when you jog, you increase the breaths. So then that's why walking is the best exercise. So that is the most recommended. Anyway. So here, anyways, I'm going back to this. Um, Mad Ashreya Kata Mudsta Srinvanti Katayanti Cha Tapanti Vividastapa. So Madgata Chetasa. So all endeavor. Na etan Madgata Chetasa. Their endeavors attain perfection. There are no more miseries, no more anxieties, no more frustration. They do not suffer. Internally, they don't suffer. Externally, there may be some sickness or something so called externally, but internally, they don't feel anything. No distress, no fear of death, nothing. So you can see that Prabhupada, for 1 year hardly, or 6 months, more than 6 months, he hardly ate anything. He was perfect. He was translating Srimad Bhagavatam, especially in the 10th canto. He was translating till 13th chapter or so. He translated. Then he told his disciples. He told actually Pradyumna Prabhu, you finish Srimad Bhagavatam translating. And he was writing actually. He was staying in one room and he was doing word to word translation. So but he couldn't complete the other disciples, Dravida Prabhu and Hridayananda Goswami Maharaj and Gopi Parandan Prabhu. These three disciples of Prabhupada completed the rest of the 11th canto, 12th canto, and remaining 10th canto based on the other Acharya commentaries and everything. So, in this way, we can see in the lives of Prabhupada disciples how they followed the Prabhupada instructions. I will conclude soon. So in this way, we can see that further, the Lord Kapila is instructing Mother Devahuti. So what will happen? All the three, they will hear the chant about my glory, they become attached, and all the distresses, everything will be removed in the heart. No more fear, no more any distresses in the heart. So by taking the shelter, is stressing again the same point. By taking the association of these pure devotees, those who are attached to hearing and chanting and practicing the whatever Lord instructed in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Tayete sadhava sadhvi. Oh, sadhvi means oh mother. He is telling sarva sangha vivarjita. He'll give up the all unwanted contamination by taking sangasteshu atate pradhya sangha dosha harahi dete. Oh my mother, oh virtuous lady. These are the qualities of great devotees who are free from all attachment. Sangha vivarjita. Sarva sangha vivarjita. You must seek attachment to such holy men. For this counteracts the pernicious effects of the material attachment. So by taking their association, then naturally everything else will be removed, whatever the material contamination. And then he quotes the famous verse, which we quoted so many times. Satam prasangat mama virya samvido bhavanti hrit karna rasayantash ujjoshanat apavarga vartamani shraddha bhakti ratir anukramischati. Step by step, starting with faith, and then we'll come to the ecstatic stage and we attain Krishna Prema by hearing Satam Prasanga, Mama, who's about whom? Mama Virya Samvido, about Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu's glories. From whom? From the mouths of the pure Satam Prasanga. Satam means devotees. Those who are absorbed in Krishna's instructions and his pure devotees represented instructions. Those who are following, from whom, from them we have to hear. From them, in their association, we should chant, we should dance, we should feast. Everything should be done in that association. Then Shraddha Bhakti Rati Anukramesi. Then naturally we'll come to Rati. Then we'll come to the Krishna Prema also. So by this process. In this way, the Lord Kapila instructs Mother Devahuti in this way. Beautiful verses. Is instructs. Two more verses are there. Then we'll quickly wrap it up. So he's all done. Then he will not be any more interested in the merging into Brahman effulgence or becoming Mayavad, becoming Brahmavad, becoming looking for liberation. All these things. He will not be attached to any of that because the pure devotees are teaching them the what is the perfect process of devotion service. Naikatmanam me spruhayati kechin mat pada seva virata madiya. Then he will desire constant service to the Supreme Lord and his pure representative. Mat pada seva virata. Mat pada means serving my pure devotee, my lotus feet. My pure devotee is lotus seva virata. You will have great desire to serve me because love means naturally we want to serve. Madiha, that will be my yo anyonyato bhagavata prasajya. Sabhajayante mama paurushani. Mama paurushani is again the same glories of the Supreme. A pure devotee who is attached to the activities of devotion service, who always engages in the service of my lotus feet, never desires to become one with me. The Mayavadi, they want to become Narayan, they want to become God, or Brahma, they want to merge into Brahman, or the yogis are thinking, I want to merge into Paramatma, into the abdomen of Lord. Yogis are meditating on Paramatma feature, and they will merge into the body of the Lord. But no mother will want. Once we produce a mother wants child to go back into the abdomen. No, no one wants because children is to release the rasa. Then why anybody wants back? So same thing. But if he wants to do, what can Lord do? So that's why even the yoga process is also not a good proposal either. So that he will not have any of those desires. Never desires to become one with me. Such a devotee is unflinchingly engaged, always glorifies my pastimes and my activities. This is verse number 34, and then the 44 is concluding what will be the characteristics of that person. How Tivrena Bhakti Yogin. Etavan eve lokesmin pumsam nishreyaso udaya Tivrena Bhakti Yogena manomai arpitam stiram. Therefore, persons whose minds are fixed on the Lord engage in the intensive practice. So that's what the fire will be so much burning that he can't keep up with himself. He can't keep up. Time is not enough. He'll go on chanting, go on hearing, nothing to do with anything else. Everything in relation with Krishna only. One and only object. Nothing else in this world is not living. He is in this world, but is not of this world. He is not living in this world, basically. Externally, he is in this world along with us, but internally, his mind, his consciousness is not of this world. Is not of this world. Is in a different platform. Is situated in a transcendental platform because he's practicing that way. Fire is there. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Manomai Arpitam Stiram. His mind is fixed on only one point, only on Lord Krishna and his instruction. That's all. So that is the key instruction. Arjuna is giving in 36th verse in this particular section. That is the key. How one can become attached to Krishna, especially by hearing and by chanting, especially, and then by engaging in service constantly, regularly. So that's what we can see in the 36th verse specific instruction. And 37th verse, by this offering obeisances, Arjuna indicates that Krishna is worshipable by everyone. He is all pervading. He is the soul of every soul. Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Mahatma, which means that he is the most magnanimous and unlimited. Ananta indicates that there is nothing which is not covered by the influence of and energy of Supreme Lord. Obviously, is there everywhere. Where Lord is not there. But they claim, oh, Lord is not there. Why are you worshipping a deity? Is a stone, is idol. But we don't call stone and idol means offensive behavior. Because it is a common sense. If you say that is a Paramatma is there in every atom, then why you will not be there in that Murti? Obviously, you will be there. Because his Lord is telling that I am pervaded everywhere. Isa Vasam Idam Sarvam. This is Upanishad. It's clearly telling everywhere I am pervaded. Then why you say that is not there in the stone? Why you worship the stone? So Lord is giving a clearly direction that because you can't touch me, you can't feed me, you can't feel me. So then I have to appear myself because you can't see me. You are not pure. You can't see me. I'm a fire. Can you walk in fire? No, you can't walk unless you yourself become a fire. Then you can walk and then it will not burn you. Then you can see me, but you are not there. So that's why I appear myself as Archavik. Then you can see me. You can dress me. You can feed me. You can do arti, everything for me. So that way you become attached to me. You realize about me. If there is nothing, nothing, you void, what you are going to meditate, what you are going to, what you will be attracted with. If I don't describe my form, if I don't show you the form, how I look, how I behave, how I conduct myself, what activities I do, then what you are going to attach with. So that's everything makes sense. What Lord is describing. So that's what here in this particular verse is describing that Lord is personal. Everything is personal about the Lord. So that's why everything. When we take pictures, also we should make sure that Lord has a flute, Lord has a flower, all these things. When we take pictures, when some things is not right, and you're sending it to everybody else, that means impersonal, right? You yourself is not dressed properly. Somebody comes to your bedroom and take your picture and posts. You like it? No, you do not like it because it's not correct. So that is impersonal. So same thing. Everything about the Lord. You're taking the picture. Sometimes that's why sometimes many times we show our back to the deities and then take a group picture. That's not good. We can't show our back. Can you show your back to your father, grandfather? No, it's not a good proposal. So that's a, we should show next to him and then take a picture. So all these are very personal. Everything we have to see in relation with Krishna. He's there watching. He's there standing. He's not that it's only stone. Prabhupada said many times, deity will talk to you. If you talk to him, then he will talk to you. He will reciprocate with you. He's there to guide you. He's there to instruct you. He's there to talk to you. But you have to have some love for him. Then he will reciprocate. Until that, he can't reciprocate. If you do mechanically, then he's not obligated to respond. But if you do with love, then he will respond. Whatever you offer, he will accept. Whatever you speak, then he will respond. Either through dream or either through devotees or through a class. Somehow or the other, he will respond. He will reply. So, but when we become more and more mature, then he may talk directly. Like when Deity was talking to Prabhupada. So that's what we understand from this 37th verse, 38th verse. You are the original personality of God at the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary. We mentioned Advaitam Achyutam verse. You are all that is knowable. Yeah, knowable and knower means because the whole purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to know about Krishna. And then knowable means there is nothing beyond after him. If you know about Krishna and his Krishna's energies, how everything this material, all his energies are how it is working, then you have nothing else to know. Because that is the end, that is the conclusion, that is the ultimate perfection is to know about Krishna and his energies. Then you have known everything. And that is a knower and knowable. Both are him only, Krishna. Sadhya and sadhana, both are holy name, both are Krishna only. That the second verse in Srimad Bhagavatam gives that Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsranam satam vedyam vastavam vastu vastavam tapatriyon molanam Srimad Bhagavate mahamanukrude kimva parerisvara sadhyo hrudi avriddhite atra kriti vitatksana. Without a delay, immediately Lord will be revealed in the heart of the practitioner, one who is rejecting dharmartha kama moksha, keeping Krishna prema in the center. Only he wants Krishna only, and he wants to serve him. He wants to give pleasure to him without any other attached to results. He's not looking for business. He's not looking anything in return. Purely out of love, he's engaging in. He's rejecting everything else. Then for him, he understands Vedyam, the real vastu, real substance is only Krishna, because everything in this world is belongs to Krishna. Vedyam vastu, that is the real vastu. Real substance is me. Vastavam vastu. Then, as soon as he comes to that level of consciousness, then tapatriyon, all the miseries, everything becomes super clear. Everything will be taken away. Tapatriyon, Srimad Bhagavatam, then immediately Lord is revealing in the heart. He's talking to directly to the practitioner, one who is operating on that stage. So the same thing is mentioned in this verse. Vedyam, knower and knowable. Both are Krishna. There is nothing beyond that for us to know. When you realize, when you come to that particular um, shelter and attainment. Number 39. You are air, you are the supreme controller. you are the fire, you are water, you are the moon, you are the Brahma, because everything is coming from him. Everything is from him only. In the 15th chapter, you will see that how he is fire as a digestion in the fire, Jataragni. Four kinds of food is being Aham Vaiswanaro Bhutva Pranam Dehamasrita. Various verses there. Shashanko Pavaka, I am the moon, because moon is the one which is giving the taste to all the vegetables in the night time. So without moon, they can't get any taste to any vegetables. So that moon is me. Krishna is describing. This is all me. So moon, the fire, the air. So that's what here you can see. The first living creature, you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisance unto you 1,000 times, again and again, and again. 40th verse. Obeisance is to you from the front and behind, from all sides. Yeah, this also we described. So in this way, we can understand this particular section. The key instruction is how to madashraya katha mrushta shrunvanti katayanti cha. So tapa vivida tapanti vivida stapa na etan madgata chetasa. Our endeavors, everything will attain perfection when we hear and chant, increase that chanting and hearing in the association of devotees, then we can attain the perfection. So that is the key instruction from this particular section of Arjuna is teaching all of us. With that, we'll close the session unless anyone has any one or two questions. Anyone has a question, you can ask, otherwise we'll conclude. You're unmuted. If you have a question, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll go to the next class. Krishna book class, already late for that.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
No,
You actually told in the beginning of the class, the causeless mercy from the Lord.
yes.
How do we feel that actually, the causeless mercy?
Yeah, if you feel the causeless mercy means the bhakti will be oozing from our pores. Basically, you will feel so much attachment to him. You will feel so much love. You'll more and more you want to do it, and then you're not feeling any fear in the heart. You will always feel that Krishna is the maintainer, Krishna is the protector. You're really feeling it. So there is a various degrees and levels. Causeless mercy at the highest level means you are completely detached from this world internally in the heart. So you are getting the ecstasy. Anything you do in terms of chanting, hearing, practical physical service, every day you are living in a bliss of Krishna consciousness. That is the greatest mercy, the highest mercy. And the regular mercy is just getting a job, getting enough money and maintaining family. All this is just ordinary mercy that is he is giving to anybody in this world. But that's not the real mercy. Real causeless mercy means he's giving himself to us. He's giving himself, Krishna is giving himself, the Krishna Prema to us. That means we'll feel that fire, we'll feel that consciousness every day throughout the day. So, and it has a lot of levels. So we are getting some drops of causeless mercy. So more we practice, more we get that. That means more you will be detached from the worldly things. That's what. That will be the way to identify how much we are receiving causeless mercy. If you are practicing, first of all, if your first level is we are practicing devotion service means that is the causeless mercy is there. Otherwise, we can't practice. We will not be in Krishna consciousness in the first place. If you are practicing more seriously means we have received more causeless mercy. As it goes on, if you have received some ecstatic stage Bhava Bhakti, that means we have received even more causeless mercy. If we are come to the Krishna Prema, we are directly talking to Krishna and directly communicating with Krishna means that's even the highest level of causeless mercy. So it depends. So, but some percentage is there in all of us. We have received. That's why we are able to still discuss about Krishna and we are able to practice some form of the other of devotions, or it may be Mishra Bhakti, but which is all right in the beginning. Karma Mishra Bhakti, Gnana Mishra Bhakti. So that's what causeless mercy means. We become attached to Krishna and we become detached from the worldly things. So,
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah.
okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Gopal ki jai, Gaur Bhaktan ki jai.